Hello everyone, welcome back to my floor. I've had a basil plant. I thought it looked more aesthetic, but now that I see it, it actually looks kind of weird because the basil's half dying. I think. Okay, so this past week, the Shane Dawson docuseries on The Beautiful Life of Jeffree Star finished its last episode. So Shane Dawson and Jeffree Star came out with the Conspiracy palette. They have a large palette as well as they released a mini palette. The regular big palette sold for $52 and the mini Conspiracy palette sold for $28. And the Conspiracy palette, I think it has like 12 shades in it, and then the mini has a selection of those shades, and I think it's 9 that you get. Yeah, the palette was super successful. It like sold out within minutes, I think. Like they crashed a website. People were crashing websites trying to get this palette. It was estimated that Shane Dawson would walk away with $10 million from the Conspiracy palette release, just in profit for Shane Dawson. So Jeffree Star owns the business. It's Jeffree Star Cosmetics, and Shane Dawson's the collaborator in this release. If Shane Dawson's walking away with $10 million profit, I have no idea how much Jeffree Star would make. Like, a lot. I'm sure he'd make a couple more million than Shane Dawson would. I don't even know what you could buy with $10 million. Like an island? Do you know how many houseplants you could buy with $10 million? A lot. A lot of money. Not important. Getting off point. I don't know how many pallets they sold. They sold a lot. They sold 1 million pallets in 30 minutes. So I guess that's including both large controversy pallets and mini controversy pallets. They sold 1 million. That is so many. Most of these palettes will end up in the garbage. They will all be trash. From my understanding, most beauty packaging containers end up in the garbage. Even if you do throw them in the recycling, they get sorted out and are thrown away into the landfill. You can definitely throw them into your recycling bin, but I mean, the chances of them being actually recycled are pretty low. Most plastic does not get recycled. I think it's only like 10% of plastic that's thrown in the bin actually gets recycled. Hang on. How long does it take for plastic to degrade? 1,000 years in a landfill. Given that's like an estimate. Plastic hasn't even been around for that long. So people are just estimating that's going to take 1,000 years to break down. It could take a lot longer. So all these pallets, all these 1 million pallets that have been sold are going to take, they're all going to end up in the garbage unless they go through TerraCycle. But eventually all plastic ends up in the garbage because it's not infinitely recyclable. Like plastic can't be recycled over and over again. It has like, I think some items have like max 6 times it can be recycled and then that's it. And I think that's for like plastic drinking bottles. Pretty sure, but I kind of forget. And I'm not coming, this isn't to say like, Jeffree Star, you are responsible for like mass landfill trash. Obviously he's not. However, he has a big influence in the beauty community. He is obviously a huge company. He has $1 million company. He influences tons of people. He obviously has like quite a large stake in the game. And I mean, Jeffree, he could have used more sustainable packaging. Sustainable packaging in the way that things could have been used from recycled plastics. I don't know if they've used recycled plastics. It's me guessing that they use virgin plastics because a lot of makeup companies do, but using like post-consumer plastic. The Dirty Hippie company like puts stuff in paper and cardboard packaging. They're really smart about it. Their packaging is amazing. They could do that. They could put in bamboo packaging. Alate's been doing that for years. They could do refills. They could do a refillable program. They could do a recycling program. They could really do anything more than they're doing. And to his credit, Jeffree Star, all Jeffree Star's products are vegan and cruelty free. However, people have been calling for cruelty free makeup since Elle Woods passed Bruiser's bill in Legally Blonde 2, and that was 100% before 2010. So that's been at least 10 years. So I mean, good job, I guess, that you like are a decent human and have cruelty free makeup. There's a lot more that they could do. And obviously it's not just up to Jeffree Star. It's not just up to him and his brand and his company. I guess it's big companies that do have a lot of money, and obviously they have a lot of money because the collaborator is making $10 million. Shane Dawson in this case, he's making a $10 million profit minimum. And that was just the estimated cost on the first launch. Not even the relaunch, not even the restocking of the products and going to sell again. This was just like the estimated cost on the first 1 million. And that was estimated. The first episode of the docuseries, it showed that Jeffree Star had like a private jet and this huge mansion. And it's not saying you can't enjoy your wealth. it's just very obvious that these big companies have a lot of money. And obviously the profit of the person is different from the profit of the business. To do sustainable packaging, you don't have to reinvent the wheel. It's already been done for at least 10 years. Like, brands have been doing it for so long. It's been around. Like, bamboo packaging has been around at least a decade. Same with refillable programs, same with recycling programs. It's been around. Like, it wouldn't cause these big companies to have to shell out like millions of dollars to try to like do pilot projects and see what works and see what doesn't. It's already been done. So I'm not a business person, but from what it seems, they would just have to switch out their packaging. And I mean, even if it does cost a lot, your profit's $10 million. Your collaborator is making $10 million on this. You couldn't scooch a little money over to like do a little return program or refillable program for your products? Jeffree Star could be doing more. Big companies, big makeup companies, big beauty companies could be doing more. I get really riled up with this. I'm not even interested in makeup, and I get really riled up. Anyway, that's it. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I hope you have a really good week. Bye.